7,900 is at risk on the Nifty, 383 points off on the Nifty, 4.6% cut. And as I mentioned, 7,900 is being, is at risk. 26,138 on the Sensex. Keep an eye on the markets. Meanwhile, we have other territory to cover. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Vineet Nayyar, Vice Chairman, Tech Mahindra on NDTV Profit today. So thank you very much for making the time to join us on Power Lunch. Congratulations on the in-principle approval for the payment bank. Broadly, what kind of business model are you proposing for this payment bank as and when it takes shape?
Well, as our chairman said, it's clicks and bricks, but I suspect it's going to be more clicks than bricks. The traditional banks have been associated with branches, and branches being in proximity to the potential customers. Here, the mortar is at a discount, and basically it will be largely through internet banking and our correspondents in various villages and various centers of population who will be the interface. Consequently, what we are endeavoring to do is to provide banking capability and banking facility to the people who have so far been defranchised, not only at their doorsteps, but at very low cost. Because the usual overheads associated with banking will not be ones which will be part of our schema.
Well, at this moment, I want to quickly run through some comments that Anand Mahindra had made at the time that the in-principle approval had been granted. He said, "We hope to leverage the group's rural understanding and digital capabilities to deliver relevant financial solutions." He also went on to say, as Mr. Nayyar just indicated, that we will use the click and brick model to ensure easy accessibility for every user of this new payment bank. Mr. Nayyar, I'm coming back to you. Banking for the unbanked, that's the motivation for pretty much everyone who's applied for a payment bank license. But why do you think that the Mahindra group has a fit with payment banks? Why does it make sense for the Mahindra group to enter into this space?
I think if I look at the panoply of players who have come in, I think we are perhaps the most relevant. Pardon my impudence in saying so. We have technology which has been in use all over Africa, Middle East, Bangladesh, and Latin America. We are working close to 60 countries all over the world. Our monthly movement of money on our platform, which we call Mobiquity and mobile money, is close to about $3 to $4 billion a month. So this is something we have been doing very, very well. Our closest example to India is Bangladesh, where we have been on operation for the last so many years. That's one. Two, when you talk of Mahindra Group, please remember that this is one group which is very well known, a word which is very familiar in all the rural areas. Tractors and vehicles which can work on rough terrain. Mahindra is it. So, in many ways, it's a unique combination of technology, the name being familiar and name being synonymous with reliability in the rural areas, and obviously the unique technology which we bring to the table.
So it is a unique coming together, but which specific companies are going to work together to harness the synergies that you just talked about? Operationally, how will they all come together?
Well, ultimately, we will be collaborating with each other. We intend to set up a separate company for this purpose with its own administrative personnel and chief executive, and charged with converting this incipient embryonic idea into a major bank with very low overheads, because that's the only way it will work.
Okay, I want to ask you this because you've got a sense of this business based on your experience overseas of the interplay between unbanked populations, technology, and then the resulting transformation you have. To your mind, in India, what will it take to build a successful payments bank?
Well, competent and reliable technology and a reliable intermediary. That is what builds it. And you would be surprised at how quickly the so-called folks from the villages and semi-rural areas pick up this technology. And a lot of work has been done by the mobile phones, which have become ubiquitous in all the rural areas. This is a tiny extension thereof. As it says, a few clicks and you have access to money.
Okay, conceptually it sounds really easy, sir, but India is a big country, it's a complex market. Are there any geographies or pockets that you'll be concentrating on with this, proposed payments bank?
Let me tell you, it is not, I'm using the word simple, easy, consciously. I know the obstacles which are always there in business. But the pace of adoption we have seen in Africa is mind-boggling. Ditto in Bangladesh. First part of your question. Second part is, will we be focusing on regions? I think that is the business plan which the chief executive and the organization will make. I will not be impertinent enough to presume what they will do. But like everything else which starts to begin with, you start small. But here I fear that it will grow very rapidly and we will have to be ready to respond to it.
Okay, couple of final questions, sir. Any specific milestones? 18 months to convert the in-principle approval to a final approval. What else on the milestone map?
Well, ultimately, this is something, again, as I said, the management will have to decide. The roadmap is not unique. We are not the first people building the roadmap. The roadmap has been built in almost all all countries where we work. So the management of this bank will have access to that. They will pick and choose and they will grow it. And as you know, this group has been pretty quick and pretty competent in starting new businesses and making them work. Tech Mahindra, which as you've seen has had a fairly decent growth and is going to be the lead partner or first among equals with Mahindra Finance to work it out. I have no worry in my mind that we will be able to put up a fairly competent business model. And it becomes so much easy for us because we have two products which have been tested, which have been used globally, mobile money and Mobiquity. And it is just placing them here, which is not a difficult job. In last 1 year, we have brought into play 11 African countries. So I think we have the experience. And for once, I am sounding confident. I'm not the normal cautious self when it comes to this bank.
Okay, finally, a question specific to Tech Mahindra and the business environment, the currency market. A lot of tumult, the rupee is under pressure. How are you looking at the rupee pressure and its impact on business?
There's pluses and minuses. The plus is that rupee has come down in relation to dollar. But what people don't talk anymore about is that Indian rupee has strengthened in relation to almost every other currency, be it Canadian dollar, be it Australian dollar, be it euro, be it pound sterling. So I see this as a wash, the currency movements, and I think business will go on as usual.
Well, we'll leave it at that, sir. Thanks very much for joining us on NDTV Profit today. It's always a pleasure talking to you. All the best with the Payments Bank and turning our attention back to the Nifty 7912. So 7900 has not been broken. You can be sure we'll alert you to that if and when it happens. There seems to be a little bit of buying that's coming in, a little bit, not remarkable, but